Welcome back, Truth Seeker. March 10th, 2020, one of the top stories today. Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, has deployed the National Guard, which is now part of the U.S. military, to the suburban town of New Rochelle to guard against a coronavirus outbreak. They're saying this community has the worst cluster of coronavirus in the nation, and this is being done to prevent a greater outbreak. Now consider that today, the day of this news story, March 10th, 2020, it is the 25-year anniversary of the release of the film Outbreak, about a viral outbreak in the United States of America. In that film, part of the plot is the military is sent to a small suburban town that is infected to prevent a greater outbreak. And in that film, the U.S. military debates on destroying the town with a weapon to squash the chance of the disease spreading. That's the drama of the film. Now, that film came out in 1995. Guess how many days it is after Cuomo's birthday? 95. Not an accident. As I've been educating about, the same people who control Hollywood and the media, they control the federal government. This nation is controlled by powerful people in secret societies who operate by a code of letters and numbers and dates. And I'm going to prove that thoroughly in this video yet again, as I've been proving every single day for going on 7 years straight. The United States of America is a hijacked nation. It is a giant slave ship. The people are steered astray every single day with fear and propaganda that is meant to mock our existence. Just like today's news story coming on the anniversary of Outbreak. You know, think about Andrew Cuomo, whose brother is a news anchor on CNN. Again, the news media, which is said to be protected by the First Amendment, because without pure information, we can't have a real democracy. You know, that's all ancient history, because now the media is the fourth wing of the government, the fourth branch. It's the branch of propaganda. Again, news anchor, brother of a governor, just think about it. Anyway, today is March 10th, 2020. It's the leap year. So March 10th is the 70th day of the year. Coronavirus in Gematria. Again, Gematria is the practice of coding numbers into words. It comes from Kabbalah. Kabbalah states God created the world with letters, numbers, and words. Washington, D.C. is named after the Freemason George Washington, also known as the Masonic City. It has a giant statue of Albert Pike holding the book Morals and Dogma. Morals and Dogma talks about Masonry and Kabbalah and this ancient knowledge. This code of letters and numbers, which is very simple, is used every single day to steer the people astray. With the alphabetic order forwards, coronavirus is 56. With the reverse alphabetic order, it's 70. And if you've missed out on the 20-plus videos I've done on coronavirus, we've been talking about these numbers nonstop, 56 and 70, especially 56. Remember, Event 201, which took place October 18th, which simulated a coronavirus outbreak, came exactly 56 days before Patient Zero, which was discovered December 12th, 56 days later. Not an accident. All ritual, all by the codes. We are living out an agenda, a true conspiracy. So coronavirus, 56, 70, 70th day of the year, anniversary of Outbreak releasing. Notice National Guard equals 56. Last Friday, the news media caused hysteria with toilet paper and caused toilet paper to sell out worldwide, inconveniencing a lot of people. Toilet paper equals 56. This was a ritual. This was a test. This was a mockery. Notice National Guard and toilet paper are the exact same, just like mind control in Washington, D.C. And remember, the word government means govern the mind, control the mind. Military, news media. It all makes too much sense. The word Kabbalah in Hebrew is 137. We're going to talk more about 137. Again, in case you've missed all the work we've done on Event 201, it was put on by Bill Gates, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill Gates' full name, William Henry Gates 201. The simulation was October 18th, 2019. Patient 0 was initially reported as December 12th, 56 days later. Coronavirus 56, event 20156. Doing things by a code every single day that everyone can prove every single day. Again, what I'm doing is not magic. It's not hard to learn. It's evidence-based. It's factual. It's undeniable. The people who deny it are practicing cognitive dissonance. They're being lazy. They're not applying the code that I've been sharing for 7 years straight, that I've written a book about, that you can use every single day to prove what is going on. Now here's the release of Outbreak, March 10th, 1995, where again, a big theme in that movie is locking down a U.S. suburban town to prevent the further spread of a virus. Look at the name of the film, Outbreak 51. Look at the town that's on lockdown, thanks to Andrew Cuomo, somebody who should be tried for tyranny. New Rochelle, 51. Outbreak, 51. And it's not just Andrew Cuomo, it's pretty much every last politician in this nation. But this is not an accident. This is how they do it. Everything is a mockery. Everything is by this code. Notice, New Rochelle, 5751. Conspiracy, 5157. If you've been missing my work, we've been talking a lot about the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and their fingerprints over all these events. Again, Washington, D.C. is named after the Scottish Rite Freemason. Walter Reed, the Scottish Rite Freemason, the hospital that for years was in charge of infectious disease, maintaining those diseases in a laboratory, finding the serums for those diseases. Scottish Rite, large and in charge. They control our government, our media, and Hollywood. So you got the Scottish Rite numbers there. Scottish equals 103. Today's date is written 10/3 in the majority of the world, 103. Now from Cuomo's birthday to today is 95 days later, or if you count the span of days, it's his 96th day of his age. So it's either 95 days after his birthday or his 96th day of his age. Both methods are fair. Again, the film came out in 95. But with regards to the 96, look at the name of the town, New Rochelle, New York. 96. On his 96th day of his age, he deploys the National Guard to New Rochelle, New York. Of course, Freemason is 96. Numbers that are used redundantly. Now, in the film Outbreak, it begins in 1967, and then the story comes back 28 years later in 95. What you see in the beginning of the film is there's this outbreak in Africa in 67. By the way, Wuhan is 67. But anyhow, there's this outbreak in 67, and then it comes back 28 years later in a monkey that they name Betsy. And notice with the reverse alphabetic order and rules of numerology, Betsy's 28. Betsy's 17 and 28. Mason is 17 and 28. Remember, modern Freemasonry began in 1717. 59 is the 17th prime number. 59 years later, 1776. This nation's established by Masons. Independence Day equals 277, the 59th prime. Freemasonry equals 59 in Hebrew and English. Anyway, 28 years later, Betsy the monkey brings the disease back. And in the film, they have a serum E1101, which is the cure to the 1967 outbreak. And it's a federal government secret. Part of the plot in the movie is the federal government wants this outbreak to happen because then the pharmaceutical companies can make big profit. The military can flex their muscles. So there's an agenda to allow the outbreak to happen somewhat. But anyhow, look at the source of the outbreak. Kissinjani mutinies, 111, right? And then the serum to that outbreak is E1101. Again, when a zero's in the middle of a number, it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure they did that, though, just to separate the 11, the master number, but E1101. Remember, that's a big number in New York. New York is 111. The spring training of the year of the 111th World Series, I said why the New York Mets would be in it by understanding this code. That 111th World Series ended on 11/1. Matt Harvey was pulled after his 111th pitch on November 1st. after he gave up a hit to Eric Hosmer, who stepped up to the plate with a 111 batting average for the World Series. Again, from sports to movies to everything else, the script is in by this code. Everything is executed by this numbers that comes through the television, that comes from the Scottish Rite. Again, American baseball is credited to the Scottish Rite. So is the NFL. Scottish Rite, large and in charge. But just look at how they do this. You know, E1101 serum, they didn't make that up by accident. It contributes, or it's coded from the plot of the movie. Again, when you learn this code, you see how entertainment and what's in the news, it's no different. And realize you get more truth in movies than you do from the actual news. How often do they use predictive programming to make, you know, what's supposed to be a real news story? This goes on all the time. September 11th happened on the day leaving 111 days left in the year. How many different ways was that foreshadowed? From movies to TV shows to comic books to WWE events in 1989, etc., etc. Album covers, Breakfast in America, and more. So realize, this is why it's New York today for this ritual. Now today, March 10th, 20, it's also a date with 33 numerology. 33. It's also a date with 53 numerology. 53 is the 16th prime. In the film, it's the Mataba virus. 53 is the 16th prime. Mataba is also 38, like pandemic. Could be coincidental, that part. But the 33 is not. National Guard's 137, the 33rd prime. New York's 33. Corona's 33. Masonry's 33. Secrecy's 33. Order's 33. Federal's 33. And since we're talking about 51 here in this ritual as well, Federal's 51, like the name of the town, like Outbreak, 33. New York's also 39. Again, this is considered the most pure cipher out of the 4 base ciphers. Alphabetic order with the rules numerology, most pure. Reverse alphabetic order with the rules numerology. Federal's 33, Masonry's 33, Secrecy's 33, Order's 33. Look this up in your history books. George Washington, 74 like Masonic, like holiday, like Independence Day, like this nation's birthday, 7-4. They say George Washington had 74 generals and 33 of them were Masons. You know, George, 57, inaugurated as the first president at age 57, member of the Scottish Rite, which, you know, Washington, D.C. is now named after him. Scottish Rite, 57. Current president is Scottish, Donald Trump. He's born on June 14th, the flag's birthday, the 165th day of the year. The 159, look at Donald Trump, 159. Again, you learn this code, you see what's really going on. Donald Trump, the 58th president, the winner of the 58th U.S. presidential election. He announced he was running from the 58-story Trump Tower. He hired the 58-year-old Steve Ray for Inauguration Day. Hillary Clinton put out the book, What Happened, about why she lost. What Happened, 58. Freemasonry, 58. Based out of the Rosicrucian Order, 58. Secret Society, 58. Again, this is who runs the nation. So, New Rochelle, today, the National Guard's deployed. They're going to have the town on lockdown from March 12th. 12/3 like 123. Remember how we were talking conspiracy in 51? The name of the town? Notice conspiracy, 123. Again, if you go back and watch all the videos we've done on this whole coronavirus thing, you'll see that every last detail is by the numbers. The same types of things keep getting coded. It's just like you got this Israeli expert coming out and saying he thinks it's a military conspiracy, the Wuhan outbreak, and he says it's probably out of the Wuhan Institute of Virology, 123. Don't forget that Event 201 on October 18th, that was the same day as the Military World Games, which were hosted in Wuhan, October 18th. This article out of the Israel Times, I believe that's what it is. Israel Today, Israel Today was written on a date with 51 numerology. See? Have I mentioned that Israel doesn't have any Wuhan cases? And we know who runs Hollywood, and the Scottish Rite's the most Jewish branch of Freemasonry. How about that movie World War Z? Have you seen that movie? Maybe you should check that one out. Not that I want to support Hollywood, but just see what the theme is in that movie. Viral outbreak, the conspiracies out of Israel. You can think everything is a coincidence. It's not going to help you. This is a mockery. This is a mockery. And again, I'm going to encourage people, once again, to pledge $1 a month. You guys, there is a amazing opportunity right now in this community I live in. I've been talking about raising the resources to get an actual building, to hire a team of people so that we can pound the pavement, so that we can have people that can help produce higher quality videos to reach the eyes of more people who need that eye candy. You guys, we need to figure out a way to get this information out to the masses on a big scale. It takes resources to do that. $1 a month isn't much to ask. It's 3 cents a day. I know that everyone can afford that. Even a homeless person can afford that. Your dollar makes all the difference. You got to stop saying to yourself, well, $1, what's it make a difference if I donate $1? Again, it makes all the difference because the 50-some thousand people that are, or it's more than that, you know, between the two channels, it should be way more than that. I used to have 100,000 subscribers back when I was deleted years ago. But almost all of you are saying the same things to yourself. My dollar is not going to make a difference. It makes the difference because that's what everyone's saying. That's why no one's donating $1. You guys, we need the resources. This information needs to get out now more than ever. You know, it's needed to get out the whole 7 years I've been presenting it. I've worked day and night for 7 straight years to get the word out about what's going on in this world. Gave you guys information that's invaluable. All I'm asking you to do is pledge $1 a month to build up a pool of resources so we can hire a team of people, pound pavement. You know, we should be in front of Andrew Cuomo's office right now exposing this. And again, you can join me this Friday. I'm going to be in Seattle this Friday at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation exposing their huge part in this mockery. Out of my own pocket, paying $1,000 to get 24 hoodies, nice quality hoodies, that's what they cost. Would have cost more if I didn't do a bulk order of 24. You get the discount every 12. I'm hoping 24 people show up so that I can hand those hoodies out, and they're going to help raise awareness at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation at Pike's Place Market. You know, hopefully we create a wave, get some news attention, get people to, you know, just think about things. What's really going on? Why do the taxpayers owe $8.3 billion to the pharmaceutical companies now for a coronavirus, you know, vaccine? If you're not aware, just last week, that's what our government did. Gave $8.3 billion to the pharmaceutical giants that the taxpayers will have to pay for coronavirus. Is there even really a coronavirus? You know, they're making it seem like the sky's falling and 20 people have died. We live in a nation where more than 20 people die every minute from preventable disease and illness, which is mostly due to our poisonous diet that the government subsidizes, making it so that healthy foods are unaffordable and toxic foods are cheap. You trust this government? Again, if you trust this government, it's because you're under mind control, which is what government's purpose is. Trying to break the mind control here. You know, you're paying thousands of dollars a year in taxes to this government that terrorizes you. You can't put $1 a month towards a cause to try and end that? Again, for all of you who gamble, gamble on this. Gamble on the fact that we're going to create a movement that makes a difference that ends this tyranny. You've got a lot more to lose by not gambling on that. So we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. You know I'll be back shortly. Nobody else puts out more content in this community. Till next time.